Now go to the door and stay there till we call.
Welcome to CNN Student News. I am Mrs. Murderer.
And I'm Mr. Murderer.
And today we are interviewing Macbeth.
Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please, Your Highness.
Well then now, have you considered of my speeches? Know that it was he in the times past which held you, so under fortune which you thought had been our innocent self, this I made good to you. In our last conference passed in probation with you, how you were born in hand, how crossed the instruments, who wrought with them, and all things else that might, to half a soul, into notion of praise, say thus did Banquo.
You made it known to us.
I did so and went further, which is now our point of second meeting. Did you find your patience so predominant in your nature that you can let this go? Are you so gospel to pray for this good man and for his issue, whose heavy hand hath bowed you to the grave and beggared yours forever?
We are men, my liege.
Aye, in the catalogue ye go for men, as hounds and greyhounds, mongrels, spaniels, curs, shucks, water-rugs, and demi-wolves are clept, all by the name of dogs. The value file distinguishes the swift, the slow, the subtle, the housekeeper, the hunter, everyone according to the gift which bounteous nature hath in him closed, whereby he does receive particular addition from the bill, that writes them all alike, and so of men. Now if ye have a station in the file, not it the worst rank of manhood, say it, and I will put that business in your bosoms, whose execution takes your enemy off, grapples you to the heart and love of us, who wear our health but sickly in his life, which in his death were perfect.
I one, my liege, from the vile blows and the buffets of the world, have so incented that I am reckless of what I do, spite the world.
And I another, so weary with disasters, tugged with fortune, that I would set my life on any chance to mend it or to be rid on it.
Both of you know Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
So is he mine, and in such bloody distance that every minute of his being thrust against my nearest of life, and though I could with barefaced power sweep him from my sight and bid my will avouch it, yet I must not, for certain friends that are both his and mine, whose lovers I may not drop, but wail his fall, who I myself struck down, and thence it is that I to your assistance do make love, masking the business from common eye for sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Though our lives...
Your spirits shine through you within this hour at most. I will advise you where to plant yourselves, acquaint you with the perfect spot all the time, the moment on it, for it must be done tonight. And something from the palace always thought that I require a clearness, and with him to leave no rubs nor botches in the work. Fleance, his son, that keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than it is his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart, I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
I'll call upon you straight, abide within. It is concluded, Banquo, thy soul's flight, if find it heaven, must find it out tonight.
Thank you. One last question. We recently received footage of you trying to run away and sadly fell over a fence. What was happening there?
You see, it's hard. This gets emotional. Me and Lady Macbeth were in our room and we heard a sudden noise, so we went after it. And a fence came upon us, and we tried jumping over. Well, I did. And I fell. I quickly got up and went to go see, like, what that noise was. And it was Duncan.
Thank you, Macbeth. I'm very sorry. Thank you, Macbeth. It has been a pleasure.
Yeah.
And this was CNN Student News. I am Mrs. Murderer.
And I'm Mr. Murderer.
We will see you tomorrow night with the news.